like lion, keeping Biafra safe from Zion. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. We Simon that bar we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, I'll call no doubt. Enemies close, but we stand up tall. Together we rise, we no go follow. Oh, Mama Biafra, your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Freedom now before it's too late. In unity we go dey strive. Fight for freedom, we go alive. With courage and strength we dey fight. Mama Biafra, our guiding light. Your children they cry. Finland free our prime minister. We no go lie. Our enemy they try to annihilate. Free am now before it's too late. Freedom no be small something. Now waiting we dey demand without fronting. Biafra land we want them strong. Simon Ekpa, we go march along. From the east to the west we dey shout, Mama Biafra, yeah, oh, I call no doubt. Enemies close but we stand tall. Together we rise, we no go fall.
Ra ojiri ndu ya wechacha maka Biafra wero putara anyị onye ndu Simon Eba
Witness me, I want to remain in the spirit because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. Oh Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for, because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway, because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell them, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodimma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to be our brother. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
It is left for the people to change a corrupt system. Don't leave it to God. Oliver Cromwell sacked King Charles I and cut off his head. You see English people, you see the British. Some of you don't know that they rebelled against their own government too. That is why today they are advanced and developed. That's why today the House of Commons is sovereign, more or less, in terms of political power. The French people revolted, Americans revolted, Russians revolted, everywhere, even the Arab Spring. The only place without any uprising is in Black Africa, and that is why you are poor.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
Biafra will come. You either allow us to go in peace, or you are going to remain pieces and Biafra will still go. I come that Nigeria will end. I come that there will end the Usman Danfodio legacy. That legacy that every time they will be talking about Usman Danfodio, you will think that Usman Danfodio manufactured the aeroplane. You would think that Usman Danfodio manufactured a car, or he invented one Ihela machine or something like that. No. Usman Danfodio have a legacy for killing northern Nigeria, for killing Hausas, conquering them, and turn them into what you see today, Hausa Fulani. That is the legacy that Usman Danfodio brought to northern Nigeria. And today, they have Usman Danfodio University. That is what they continue that particular legacy. That is the reason why the Fulanis are killing innocent Christians in the northern Nigeria and the middle belt. It is to continue the Usman Danfodio legacy, and I am here to end it. I will end it. The end of Usman Danfodio legacy will start from this year. I am telling you, go and mark it. It will start from December 2nd. Once we exit Nigeria, that legacy is gone, completely gone, because they will not have any other place to conquer. Is it us that you are going to cross our border to come and start saying you want to conquer Biafra? We did not conquer us when we were in Nigeria. It's not going to be possible. My fellow Biafrans in Australia and beyond, we met with the most senior members of the United States Congress. We met with the most senior members of the US government, including the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Mike Johnson, the third highest official of the US government, the Chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, Michael McCall, and a plethora of members of Congress. These members are now well educated about Biafra. It has never happened in the history of Biafra and Nigeria. We are closely working after being briefed, after educating these people, decision makers. We are now closely working with them to form a new Biafra policy for the US government. I want you to understand that forget whatever that is going on social media. Forget whatever that the Nigeria terrorist states are saying on social media and behaving on their National Assembly. They know that the game is over. I am telling you the fact. The northern Nigeria know that the game is over. I know what is going on within them. The presidency of Nigeria know that the game is over. The Senate President Akpabio knows that the game is over. The only people that do not know, or maybe they are just skeptical, are the gullible one Nigerians who are believing in the Nigeria terrorist army that they have the capability to eliminate Biafrans, don't knowing that I actually lost the war already before even the war started.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Federal Homeland, the Biafran Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed with our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Eber has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end. So we have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an adage that says, no matter how you try to leave them, to forgive them, to accept them, they will still come up with that same behavior. Because Nigerian government has a process of divide and conquer. They use people within to destroy what Biafrans are doing. We already know that, and that is why they are not going anywhere. That is why we stop them on their track. That is why we discover them anywhere they are, and we bring them down. That is what we will continue to do. No mercy. No mercy, because lives have been lost. People have died. Children have died. Innocent Biafrans have been murdered. They've spilled their blood. We are not joking. Anybody, any attorney, any lobbyist, you think we are joking in this restoration process? I pity you. Sorry will be your name.
Hey!
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on this morning program. I welcome everyone that has connected to this program wherever you are connecting from. Whether you are joining us from TikTok or you are joining us from Facebook or you are with us on David Hubbard channel on YouTube, which is where I'm hosting the program. Wherever you are watching from, I welcome you, and I want you to remember that this platform where you are watching this program is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. United States of Biafra under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Today, under the command and control of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. That is where we are. In this platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We do not come here to attack any race or religion. We do not come here for any kind of saga. What we do in this platform is to present the case of the Biafran before the whole world. To be a voice to all those who are genuinely seeking for freedom. If you are genuinely seeking for freedom, you are going to enjoy your stay here and you're going to be happy with the program. In this very program, it is always an interactive section. So wherever you are watching from, you have that opportunity to come in and interact with us. You can come in and ask your question, come in and say your prayers, come in and make your suggestions. The members of the Cabinet of United States of Biafra are watching and they're observing the channel. So whatever you say in this platform, we definitely get to the right source. Use the opportunity that you have now to make your case known. And I bet you if you do so, Chukwu Okike Abiama will bless you more. The only thing that qualifies you to join us on this platform is for you to be human. As long as you are a human being that has breath, you are free to join us on this platform. The only thing we ask is that when you are coming up to this platform, make sure you are properly covered up. Dress up yourself. We will not admit you if you appear naked. No. We will not appreciate you appearing with your singlet. It is important that you appear in a decent manner because the whole world is watching us. So you must appear in a decent manner. The next thing we ask and request for you is that when you are coming up, make sure you speak in a very civil manner. This is not a platform where you abuse and insult and use vulgar words carelessly. No. When you join us on this platform, you must be civil in your discussion. It does not matter how angry you are. It does not matter how dissatisfied you are or what your opinion might be. You must have to try as much as possible to be civil because the world is watching. I welcome everyone that has connected. And I thank you for being part of the program. Today we are going to speak on a topic which says breaking. The new era just began with Donald Trump as United States of Biafra, key into era of merit and common sense. So many of us must have seen the inauguration of Donald Trump yesterday. That is the long-awaited inauguration. Every one of us have glued to our televisions, our phones, our laptops. We are glued to see and hear what is going to happen. Finally, after a long waiting, yesterday, the 47th President of the United States of America, Donald John Trump, was inaugurated yesterday. And today we have the President of the United States as Donald Trump. We congratulate everyone in the United States. We congratulate everyone that made it possible. We congratulate all the lovers of freedom across the world. And we congratulate everyone that is having a new hope. It is a new era. Making great again. Not just making America great again. Wherever you are on the planet Earth, you can make your own country great again. You can make yourself great again. Yesterday was outstanding and amazing. And I thank you, that Biafra registered their presence. It was a very amazing program. And we saw from every indication that there were changes. There were so many changes. It wasn't the way it used to be. You know, initially, the inauguration of the president is always done in the open, almost in an open field, where the whole world and the whole people will be watching and seeing. But there were changes yesterday. The swearing-in and inauguration was done indoor. There were a limited amount of people that were screened into the place. And you must know we are talking about the president of the strongest nation in the world. Important personalities flew in all across the world. It was a memorable program, and for security reasons, things were changed, not the way it used to be, not the usual swearing in we used to see. It was done indoor. But everything went fine. And we thank Chukwu that finally the United States of America has a president, Donald J. Trump. And if you have listened to his speech very well yesterday, you will draw a lot of sense from his speech. You will draw hope from his speech. And as we go on, so many things are going to be unfolding. More meetings are going to be held. More discussions are going to be held. More executive orders are going to be signed. All you need to do is to pay attention and listen to those that concerns you for you to know where the world is heading to. Some executive orders were signed yesterday, which were the most important to him. But as times go on, you are going to be seeing more, and you're going to be hearing more in areas that will affect you, that will affect me. And I pray let it be positive effect. That is what we're expecting. Areas that will affect us positively. It is a new era. As the issue of Donald Trump is settled, we, the Biafran people, will continue to do what we are doing. Do not get distracted or do not lose focus. I have always said it that the freedom of Biafra lies in the hand of Chukwu Abiyama. He can use anybody he likes. He can use anybody he prefers to make our freedom a reality. Our freedom is not tied on a particular individual. No. Our freedom is not tied on a person. No. Chukwu Abiyama, in his infinite mercy, knows the best way to work it out for us. And that is why we are keeping everything open and hopeful that all things are going to work for our own good. As we can see, it is already working for our good. If you are truly a Biafran, a genuine one, and what you are seeking for is freedom, not attention, keep away your envy and jealousy. Keep away your greed. Keep away your arrogance. And continue to focus on those things that is going to bring us recognition. Those things that are going to bring attention of the states to the United States of Biafra. We know that we are going to make a lot of profits from the new regime in the United States. It is not going to be business as usual. His first 4 years in the past was amazing, and we saw him took action. We saw him took action. And this time again, he has started with actions. And there are two key words he used when he was making his statements. He said the United States of America is going to be functioning based on merits, not on race, not on color, not on any status except merit. That his government is going to be built based on merit. I want you to remember that. And when you hear such on merit, you must have to know that whatever you are going to get out of this government of Donald Trump must have to be out of merit. You must have to make sure you present yourself in a manner that shows that you merit what you are asking for. We must show ourselves that we present ourselves in a manner that we show that we actually merit what we are asking for. When I heard that word, I was glad. We, the Biafrans, have worked our ass off for a very long time now. We have been demanding and asking for referendum. We have been calling for the attention of the West to solve the inhuman treatment of the Biafran people. We have worked and worked and worked, and we didn't stop that. We went to lobbying, and we began to lobby. We began to discuss. We began to send informations. But I bet you, today, the voice of the Biafran people is in DC, and people that matter, they heard us, and they saw it. Do not be discouraged. Do not be deceived. We have actually merited being a nation. It's been more than 50 years we fought with the zoological republic called Nigeria. Not just Nigeria, with Nigeria and those that supported them. It's been more than 50 years after the Civil War, the genocide against Biafrans. And after these so long years, I think we merit to be a nation. And not just that, Nigeria as it stands has expired since 2014. Nigeria has expired. The only thing that is right today is to allow people in that contraption to make their decisions on what they want. That is the right thing to do. But this zoological republic have expired since 2014 and nobody wants to discuss it. When you talk about it, they will tell you that it is not negotiable. And who are the idiots saying that? These are people who have their own personal interests to protect. But enough is enough. After a long time of crying and complaining and speaking on right, left, etc., it is right time for the government of the United States to pay attention and listen to the Biafra people. As it stands today, it is our merit. We have already merited to go out of the zoo and be on our own. Another word that he used yesterday was, he said, the era of common sense. The era of common sense. A time that people begin to use their common sense, natural sense that was given to them. And he was able to put a stop to some gagging of people, some obstruction to freedom of speech and all that. He has already signed a bill. Because it became so much in the United States that the governments continue to control individual lives, continue to manipulate people for reason I don't know. And another thing that gave me joy was that he said that in the United States from yesterday onwards, there will be only two representatives of sex in the United States. It's either you are male or female. That every human being in the United States will be represented and recognized as either male or female. Some of you must have heard that they were going out of board to begin to preach to children to embrace something that is not obtainable. People throw away their common sense and they begin to apply idiotism in their life, and people accept it. Some will come and tell you that they are neither male or female. They answer them. And you see people boldly telling you that they are trapped in the wrong body. I don't know what that means. But the government and others have been able to use this very language to trap people and make people get confused. There's a lot of confused people, more especially in the United States. So many people are confused. The youth, more especially, because of what they have been fed with in their brain. People no longer think properly. People no longer think properly. But I bet you by the special grace of Chukwu Abiam, things are going to get better. But most importantly is our focus on the United States of Biafra. Remember what I said to you. Nobody is going to give us Biafra except we do what we have to do. In as much as we need the support of the West, and we have so much trust on Donald J. Trump, it is not him that is going to give us freedom. It is not him that is going to give us freedom. Every single one of us has to be very, very careful. We must continue to do what we have to do. to present our case where we have to. They might not necessarily listen to us. They might not necessarily do anything, but when we continue to push, it will get to a stage where they cannot afford to be silent. And that stage they cannot afford to be silent is now, because I can bet you that today, the United States of America have somebody who cannot be silent but speak when he has to. When you see him open up that freedom of speech, that the government can no longer gag people and control them on what to say and what to say, including the media. When you hear that, you need to know that this is our opportunity to do what we have to do. And if we fail to do what we have to do now, it is going to be disastrous. I'm telling you, it is going to be disastrous. This is the time for us to intensify in our efforts to be free and be on our own. It's not going to be an easy task. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have never ever promised us that it's going to be easy. The Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa never told us it's going to be easy either. And today, the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, is still telling us that it's not going to be an easy task. So wherever you are, you must tighten up your belt and prepare for what is coming. You must get prepared. You must get prepared to face what is coming. For those of you who think it's a joke or a child's play, sorry to disappoint you. If you don't wake up on time and do what you have to do, you are going to wake up with a surprise. Some of us are still busy competing with themselves. In this new era, you must focus your attention on what is going to gain us recognition. Some of us are still busy focusing their attention on their own personal interests, trying to make themselves popular. Just like we saw some people only trying to show us that they were able to go to the Donald Trump inauguration. They only want to show you pictures and show you videos to convince you to listen to them. We have passed that stage. Today, every single thing we are doing is based on what you have done, on your hard work. Let your work speak for you. Don't preach to us. Don't try to convince us. Let your work speak for you. The supreme leader of IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, his work spoke for him and still continue to speak for him up to this moment. The work that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did is why today he has earned the respect of every single Biafran, including earning the respect of his enemies. That is why today you can't see his enemies. They can't even help but to ask for his release. They can't control their pretense but to ask for his release. You must be very careful. Mazi Simon Ekpa was also able to earn his respect. And for you to earn that respect, it takes a lot of responsibility. You are going to face challenges. You're going to face attacks. You're going to face a lot of issues. It's not going to be a child's play. If you think it's going to just come from the blues, no, it's not going to be like that. You must have to be prepared to walk, fight for it. If you don't, you have something that's coming. So my fellow Biafrans that are watching wherever you are watching this program from, I urge you in the name of Chukwuokikabiam to please focus your attention on what we are going to do to win this recognition that is so dear to our heart. Stop the unnecessary competitions. Stop the unnecessary distractions. It is about our collective interest, not about a personal interest or one person or the other out there. It is about more than 80 million people asking and requesting for their freedom. Let us continue to pursue and present our case to the world. Nobody's going to do it for us. You already know that the political set will never, ever do anything to your favor. The political elites, they have been given opportunity on several occasions to make things right, but they can't. Because in the system of Nigeria, everything is structured to keep you down. So if anybody brings any program to raise you up, it is going to fail on arrival. It will not see the light of the day. It will not see the light of the day. But I bet you we have a new hope. In this new hope and new era, we must be able to tap into it. We almost lost this world in the hand of the Democrats in the United States. We almost lost the world completely. When I watched Donald Trump speak yesterday, and I see the executive orders he was signing, then I began to imagine what would have been the face of the world if the world had been allowed for the next 4 years to continue to run the way it was running. You see, when we talk about the issue of the President of the United States, some of you think, oh, why are we talking about the US? Why not talk about Biafra? Let me tell you, it does not matter what you think or how you feel. The United States plays a role in the life of every human being on this planet Earth. Whatever decision that is taken in the United States of America has a role to play on the life of every human being living on the planet Earth. That is why it is important we pay attention and talk about it. Yesterday, Donald Trump also made a speech on his speech and also signed a bill, and if he has not, I think he has signed it already, to withdraw from the WHO, World Health Organization. Every one of us know the atrocity this organization has committed. And not just him. When I see those executive orders he was signing to remove the United States from those evil entities that are good for nothing, that are only there to create problem and tell you things that doesn't exist, formulate information and pass, and people begin to buy into it. They continue to control and challenge Chukwuokikabiam and the status quo he has placed for human beings to survive. Those organizations that are challenging common sense. When I saw him signing those executive orders, I was glad. And that is why I picked those two keywords. He said the era of merit and common sense. In this era of merit and common sense, we must tap into it and also implement that in the United States of Biafra. For those of our brothers and sisters that are in the United States of America, we can understand your feelings, and some of you that have one challenges or the other. I want you to understand that naturally, there are still going to be differences the way it always is, just like in families. When you trickle down to our various family, you can never treat a member of your family the way you treat outsider. No matter how you pretend, it is not the same. There will always be that preference to your own siblings. There will always be preference to your siblings than to extended families. That also happens in the government. Whichever country you find yourself. If anybody is telling you that you're going to be equal, or you're going to have equal right with a citizen, not just citizenship by passport. I mean a natural citizen. There will always be that preference. Don't get yourself worked up with that. There are certain facts in life that you must have inside you. If you have those facts and know that they are there and they are not going anywhere, you will be bothered. That is why we are all aspiring to build our own nation. The only place where you can be able to compete and have 100% of what you deserve and desire and participation is when you are in your homeland. Like those of us who are Biafrans. If you are a Biafran and Biafra is restored, there is no other place on the planet Earth that you enjoy freedom except your own nation. And that is how it's supposed to be. That is how it's supposed to be. You are supposed to be first class in your own nation. With all the privileges in it. You can never be treated the same way with somebody who is a foreigner. Whether the person has a stay or has a citizenship, you are not the same with the person and can never be the same. It doesn't matter what the paper says, I'm a citizen. No. Where your citizenship holds sway is in your own country. That is why it is important that every one of us will continue to fight and see that we have our own home. That you are a citizen in the United States, a citizen in UK, a citizen in Germany, a citizen, all these still have their disadvantages and they still have their limits to what they can offer you. There is limits that go there to what they will offer you. But when you are in your own country, home country, by birth, your right is limitless. You can go for anything, pursue anything, and have the right to go in anywhere. Don't think it will be the same when you are outside your home country, regardless the documents you have. And that is the obvious truth that you must have at the back of your mind. If you know this truth and embrace it and know that naturally that's how it is, you can't change it. Then you save yourself some headache and some problems. You see why it is important that we fight for our freedom. Don't say because you are living okay abroad, you are living large abroad, everything is okay for you. There's nothing wrong in living abroad or living a good life abroad. It's okay. But I bet you that good life you think you are living abroad, if you are in your home country, well organized the way it is where you think you are today, you will enjoy much, much better. Whatever you are doing, you are going to make much, much profit. You will earn much, much recognition than wherever you find yourself today. That is why it is important that every single Biafran, wherever you may be, you must pursue your freedom. The only place you can attain your potentials is in your own home country. The only place you can attend to your potentials is in your own home country, not abroad, regardless of the citizenship you have. It is because of this fact that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kept aside his citizenship and continued to pursue the freedom of his own nation. It is the same reason that made Mazi Simon Ekpa to keep aside his citizenship and continue to pursue his own nation. It is the same fact that made so many of us to abandon the citizenships of where we are and continue to pursue our own nation, because it is only in your own home country that you can be able to attend to your potentials. Whatever you think you are enjoying today is nothing compared to what you're going to enjoy if you are in your own homeland. The best place to be is your home country. That is where your children will attend to the very height they have to attend to without stress. And that is why today, every one of us is coming out every blessed day on various platforms speaking about the freedom of our people. That we want freedom. We want to be free. It's unfortunate that some of us don't know what freedom is. Some of us do not know what freedom is. Some of us have wrong interpretation of freedom. And that is why when you see somebody talking about his freedom, you begin to reason it in a different form. There are so many things that can hold you captive, even when you think you are free. So many things could hold you bound, even when you think you are free. In this new era, we must channel our energy on our collective interest to be free. Stop paying attention to ignorant people and people who are trying to distract you. I see some of them who are making videos. And what is their target of their video? Their target of their video is to discredit somebody that is pursuing the freedom of her own people. When you wake up in the morning, you on your camera, all you do is to discredit what your fellow brother or sister has done or is doing for the freedom. Why don't you follow your own way and pursue your own line and do what you think is right? Even if you think that your sister is not doing it well, you know better. Why don't you go ahead and do that thing you feel is nice to do? You wouldn't. I saw somebody came out and began to narrate how the Constitution was introduced during the convention. Began to tell us how the vote was conducted and not conducted. And I asked myself, what is your motive on that video? What are you going to achieve by discrediting the Constitution of the United States of Biafra? And some people will still go and sit and listen to such kind of people. I have always said it, that if you want to know those who are people who are saying the truth, it is not just by the word they speak. It is not just by the word they utter. I want you always to look at the motive behind the word. That is how to know the truth. The motive behind the word shows you that this person is speaking the truth or speaking a lie. Let's take, for example, two men from the same country, a brother and a sister, maybe from the same region, or two friends. Maybe they had issues within themselves. And something happened all of a sudden. They are living abroad in between those two friends. And eventually one of them had a document, the other one didn't have a document. And somehow, police came to the apartment. And one of them that doesn't have a document went and hid himself. He went and hid himself because he doesn't have a document. Then the police approached the person that has a document and asked him, "Where is your brother?" He said, "I will not keep silent. I must tell the truth." And he went and showed where his brother was hiding. And the police arrested his brother and deported him. And when he was asked, "Why did you hand your brother over to be deported?" he said, "I can't lie. And he's telling the truth." Within you as a human being, that action and that word he spoke, are you going to call that truth or lie? This thing is applicable to some of us and the way we behave and act. Some of us have forgotten that there was a place in the Bible where even God instructed somebody to, when you get there, tell them that this your wife is your sister, in order to escape a situation and save a situation.
Abraham.
Exactly. Tell them she is your sister, in order to save the situation at that time. But today, what do we see? Okay, you will say, "Oh, I cannot tell lie. Oh, I'm too born again." Some people will now tell you that is not even the voice of God, it's the voice of the devil, in order to put the person in trouble. You see somebody begin to discredit a whole constitution. What do you tend to achieve by that video? Discrediting the constitution. The only complaint you have, you said that the Biafrans did not come and vote and did this and did that. But in that very occasion, you were there. You saw the processes that we passed. You saw when the votes were cast. You saw everything that went through. And even the person who was in control of the program is one of you. One of you was the person who is in charge of the program that has to call the program how it has to go. If there is anybody to be blamed of jumping the program of the should be the person who is in charge. But today you are now bringing it out for what reason? To discredit the deputy prime minister. And you think that the Biafrans are dumb. The Biafrans have adopted their constitution. Even before then, we have adopted it. Even before the convention. If your problem is the ceremonial aspect, take us to court. If your problem is the ceremonial aspect, when you commit an offense and violate anything and we persecute you or prosecute you through our constitution, let us go to the court and sort it out. Stop disturbing us with issues that are irrelevant. If you feel there is a way you can do it better to make Biafra get recognition or make Biafra come, go ahead and do it. If you have nothing else to offer, or maybe you feel that your brain has been occupied, you no longer have something to give out, stay quiet and cool. Allow those that still have things in them to bring it out. I hope that in this new era, we will focus on merit and common sense. I was glad when Trump mentioned it in his speech. Merit and common sense, because that is two things that have been thrown to the dustbin. You're welcome, my beloved brother Max. Go ahead and speak to us. Let us hear from you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks, and good morning to you. Good morning to every Biafran that is, watching us today. Those in the comment section, may God bless you all for your time. May God bless Mazen Namdekano. May God bless the Prime Minister. May God bless you must bow. Madam, you must bow. You cannot imagine, Mazi Chicks, the kind of bullets and sticks they've been using to whip me in Twitter. You see, Those that were praising me when I was talking, simply because I have a divergent view on what they believe in. Today, I am a saboteur. I am no longer a warrant officer second class, like one guy they call observer. I am now a corporal. He said, I am lying. That the lie I lied was the reason why the Fulani people chased me out of army. Just imagine that. You see how Biafrans, some of them are very, very bitter. Very, very. Once they cannot get that, they will come
begin to attack your person. That is what they do. They attack your person, attack your credibility, attack even to your family and all that. Very dirty kind of
unsubstantiated allegations against you. I'm not bothered. You see, they are lucky we are in the social media. If it is when we were active, it will not be hard for me to get them and grind them a little. But you know, I have said, even those that are insulting me there on my page, on space, these are people that I do not even know what, you know, is happening to them. I told you that you are following a man that has no clout. You are following someone who has no clout. Me, as an officer that you are commanding me, you went to an occasion, you claim that you were invited. This is the problem. This is just what I said. That was my observation of Mazichuk's. They are coming after me. If you ruin them, I'm a Eunice BP. Eunice BP. So many of them, Dr. Chooks or whatever. If you go to my timeline, you see them there. I have thick skin, my brother. I spent 18 years and I passed through furnaces to get to where I am today. So there is nothing that I will see and it will bleed blood, but water. So that is how it is. You went to a place and you claimed that you were invited. They were clapping for you. You went in there with face cap, an acting prime minister, undressed, improperly dressed as a dignitary or as an invitee. Even a zoo journalist chased you out of his camera. You were busy dancing under the heavy snow. An invitee. Even they gave the ambassador credit more than you, acting prime minister. And you expect me to follow such person? A person without dignity and clout? Is that the person you want me to follow? Glory be to God, I did not follow them. And this is the beginning. Like I always say before, I warn them, I say, look, retrace your steps, and it shall be well with every one of you. I would never, the last thing I would do is to insult them. Unless the insult from them is much, then I will respond a little. But I was not brought up to insult people. There is one of my friends, I will mention him here. I don't know whether he's here because I told them there that I'm coming here. They should come and listen or join us here. I told them there to come here. Mazdike will have a running battle on his space, but devoid of insult. That is how it should be. But there are so many of them that still behave like the Islamic jihadists, people that fight for their God. If you are fighting for your God, then you have no God. If you are fighting for an abnormality, you mention merit. Merit here now. You mention merit. And Trump said that they are now in the golden era. This is a golden era. A paradigm shift toward, to the old culture. That is what is going to happen. I'm expecting him to begin to release the how do they call this stuff? That the gavel. I'm expecting him now to continue to relieve the gavel on those that have thrown away meritocracy into the refuse bin. We will content them, we will continue to do what we're supposed to do. If you go there, you see that these people are just talking anyhow, making unsubstantiated claims, allegation against you simply because you don't believe in what they believe in. And which one is the truth and which one is a lie? That they invited you, that is one of the biggest blunders there. At least I saw a video of my COS, You Must Bow, inside the auditorium when he was taking the videos. At least she was not under the snow. But then you have an acting prime minister that is under the snow, beaten, chased around by a zoo journalist. He cannot even protest. You see, before you came here, I was here. You cannot chase me out of this particular place and put up a fight there. He sheepishly moved away. It was Elias that was even defending and calling. I cannot follow such a group of people. Let them follow themselves. And I believe that soonest, we will know who we are and what we are doing, and those who are at the right path of this, restoration of Biafra. Thank you so much, Ayedi.
Thank you so much, my brother. It is so funny how they turn everything to competition. You see, I don't know whom they are competing with. Everything to them is a competition. When the deputy prime minister came and talked about the invitation, it became a problem to them. It became a problem. And they begin to take it as a competition. And in that process of competition, that was what drove them into the drama you saw on that very Arise television. It's still on that competition, because if you are sane enough, knowing what Arise TV is, you got no business going to them. But you push yourself to go and insult yourself and to go and try to prove something that is not existing anywhere. There's nothing to prove to anybody. You don't have to prove anything. I have said it. You earn your respect. You earn it. You don't command it. You earn it. If you want Biafran to respect you, you earn it. You earn it through your work and what you do. Your work will speak for you. Your work will speak for you. You don't need to begin to position yourself in such a way to let us prove things that doesn't exist. We are not kids. We are not fools. Every one of us know how this presidential inauguration have always been held. And even on this occasion, this one was made indoor. Not unlike the ones you see before. This one was indoor. So there are limitations to people that are going to enter there, and the limitations to things you see. So if you want to present yourself as somebody who has entered, and this is just very funny. It's just very funny. You don't need to prove all that. There's nothing you need to prove. That was why you begin to go and research and see where Sahara, you go and begin to insult yourself in that very place, and you see the way you were being pushed away and all that. This is unfounded. Let's hear from our brother Greg. Greg, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you, Greg.
Yeah. Good morning, my family. I greet my
Thank you, sir. Good morning to you.
Then I greet my brother Choose.
Thank you, my brother.
That is wonderful. Yes, my brother. What is good, and anything that is done well is something that is done well. Absolutely. And honest is always very straight. It doesn't bend. So we thank God for yesterday for swearing in of Donald Trump for the second time. My supporting of Donald Trump is not that Donald Trump will give us Biafra, but for the sake, it was during Donald Trump's time that they wanted to prescribe IPOB. And he stand on his ground. That shows he's a supporter in the first place. And the second time, asking Buhari question on his face, Why are you killing Christians? Who are the Christians? The Christians are the Biafrans and the Christians are the Igbos. So these two things makes me to support him. Another thing I support him again is because of his word. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. He cannot change it. So no matter what you do, animals know that they have male animal, they have female animal. They never force themselves to remove themselves from what God created them to be. But human beings try to change. So for this man coming boldly to say it, I support him 100%. It's not the man they say he's a black man, the first black president who came to Nigeria, and what he want to force the Biafrans, what he want to force the Africans is to go into evil. And these people, they call Democrats, they start evil and they are still doing evil till today. So God remove this man and his party, not to change what God had made originally. That if I'm a man now, I will come out tomorrow, I will tell you, I'm supposed to be a woman. I cannot understand it. So thank God for removing Biden and his people. Let the world hear it. A man is a man and a woman is a woman. Simple. So coming home to our Biafra, I thank God for our sister, DPMDrNgoziOrabueze. She did not fool herself by trying to please somebody that I was there or I was not there.
Exactly.
So he went there to do the needful. Person going there to show himself picture. Are you a member of American government in cabinet? So they are not member. So they are not expect them to sit one-on-one with Donald Trump when they were handing him over. So any person that is doing all those propaganda is people who doesn't have integrity. They want to force themselves to be recognized into what they're not supposed to be. So that is their problem. So that one, we don't care about that one. So it's not important. Then the other side of our people who try to make some stupid things, attacking people who doesn't even know if they exist. So I think it's they will judge themselves because every man have intent, just like he was explaining. I was saying one time in one program, God judge only intent of a man.
Yes.
You know, you give one example here. That two brothers who are fighting, all those experiences, we had them here in Europe, where some people will know that there may be one of his brother doesn't have paper. He will go and kick him, some even call police for their brother to tell the police that he say here illegal. So woman being with wickedness. So I used to tell them that time, I say, if some will call their brother and say, this my brother is doing a business. I tell them, you're not calling police to tell a police that your brother is doing business because you hate it as a business, or because you hate it because of what you're doing it because he's more better than you.
Exactly.
So you're not doing it because what he's doing is sin, but you are only envy of him. So if what he's doing is sin, let his God judge him. It's not you who will call police to deport your brother that he's doing evil or this, he's doing that. He have not killed anybody. So one day he himself will run into those people, they will get him, but let it not be from you.
Yes.
So, you know, so that is our people. Out of wickedness, they will do the things they're not supposed to do. But for them that love God, everything works for their good. So that is what I believe. So the other side of this, I was looking this they say the Soludo form new what do you call it? A new security outfit in Anambra. Some people are clapping for him. You know, our people can be so stupid. Our people can be so stupid. You know, when you find your bar, tell them he's forming security. Many of them didn't even know why. They did not ask why is he finding your bar forming security. He find your bar for forming that security because of he want to come out for 2027 or 2025 election, Anambra State election. He want to use them. So he start in time. So now Soludo is adding security because he think he will succeed in the election. This is in talks for election. People don't understand it. You know. So if I form that one the first time to get ready for election, so that time he will do exactly what Tinubu did in Lagos. And that's what they want to do now. So he's forming this not to save our people, but he's forming this thing now to still vote, to make sure that nobody challenge him, because he know that APC is mad. They can do it anyhow and get it. So he's forming this security to catch the vote. Not that he want to save his people. So that is the thing our people don't understand. So I think we should carry on not listening to all these people. We should move ahead, and yeah, nothing is going to stop us. As long as the most important thing, God give us health and give us what we will be doing to support our struggle. So we pray that the government of Donald Trump at least favor us to recognize us or support us in any how. He cannot give us Biafra. What we need from them is let the government support us, that we are free people and we're supposed to be free. So that is what we are praying. Thank you and God bless you. God bless Max, and you will continue.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for that wonderful and amazing contribution. Biafrans know what they want and we know our directions, regardless the distractions we are seeing right, left, and center. Why we are coming online on a daily basis is for those of us who cannot be able to digest information easily. When one person speaks, two speak, three people speak, the fourth person speak, you will now begin to digest it and make your decisions. Always remember, whatever decision you take, you will be responsible for it. Go ahead and speak to us, my beloved sister, Divine Precious. Speak to us. Let's hear you, Divine.
Good morning. Good morning, Chooks.
Good morning, my sister.
I can see you. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning to you,
And
man.
Greg in the building. Good morning, sir. Nke bụ eziokwu bụ na since yesterday ncheta n'ihe mee na ọsọsọ amụ ka nna m ihe na-adị ajụ onwe m bụ I don't know ihe ndị mmadụ ji I don't just know. What I am understanding better now is that whichever way you want to live your life, nature will help you. Even if you feel that as in mumu, that you are making it with mumu, that mumu will continue to confuse you and you will continue to mumu, and when your eyes will open, it will be too late. I don't know that normal person can be mad without knowing. This time I am seeing it koro. That is, I am understanding better now that this human being, I don't know, don't trust any, in fact, don't believe anybody until that person acts, until that person is be that thing that is in that person. Because as you are seeing people, it doesn't matter your level of education. Because when this mumu you give space, we overtake your life. And we got God go late. Late, because I can't understand. Even if this even the president but even can a pussy and na Adama Fukewe post in the Ambazonia. Manakita on na Jose Benide with this man mumu. I know I'm not Jumum, or we forget her name all in Africa and animal. Or we forget all in black monkeys because of reasoning. If mmadụ isi ke mmadụ na-akpụga gị song na-eme inauguration who preach ịma na ihe a public figure ịma onye abụghị just ordinary no somebody ihe ọbụla i mere ebe a is taking you the whole world. Na ama be ebe this interview eme aga places ọ ga even ọ bụgo na ọ bụghị ndị ihe na media na ọ bụghị arise On Bachama, even abroad, the whole world has seen it. But even with this Biafra hat there, but because insults come to us. If this man, in fact, open a hedge hope by now. You could go that it. If they don't understand that this layer doesn't work by now, I'm sorry for them. Because when I see them in space posting it and saying we are being recorded, I am asking myself, is it at the street? He make it with only way sense. Only wiki. Photo. Because photo don't go too much. Despite all the photo with all those honorable responsible and negotiate, why can't they bring you in? If that photo what you are showing us in the space, why can't they bring you? Why can't we see you inside there to handshake them because they were there? Those people you are showing us their pictures and all these things. Okay, from that person or the day. Because all these pictures, all these, because now you have finally showed that you are nothing. If you know those people, you are begging them to have picture with them. Our foreign affairs representative, those things, but you will not see her picture flying up. All these things. It wasn't there before. During the time of PM Naran, you hardly see all these picture of who. On now PM add those things. On even get once in a while a just post to nothing can rampant. He open do too much. Adrozim. Oh, because in the mark in that in our says, yeah, automatically turn or bad. So yeah, now my fellow Biafrans, I thank God for the species of people like him. Because I'm not going to be man or boho, anya boho, ada carry any anyhow. Before, if open again on your my onye Igbo onye Biafra no that has wisdom. Because it doesn't matter your grade in school, it doesn't matter you have first. What matters is the wisdom in you, how you present yourself. Because for me, these people are, in fact, their level of reasoning is very poor. If they cannot even see, because if that man Elias, he thought that he's smart. When that interview from where they chased the get out, he did not play it in his video. He just captured it and posted without knowing that we are wise enough. People now went to channel in their own channel and copied it out and post the way it is. Oh God, I like my people, because when you see people that are wise, you don't mess up with them. Anyhow you come from, they will know how they will find you. Even I am ashamed to say, oh, one man and that man is not Ogenker, but see, he's still going on with that name.
That is the worst. That is just the funny thing.
He's still going on with that fake name. Oh, let me leave others to talk. In fact, I thank God for so far so good, because even though it is getting more hard, but we will overcome all these mountains, and surely we will reach our destination. Thank you for bringing me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You have spoken amazingly well. Biafrans are smart people. Only those of us who have chosen the path of destruction, which we cannot help them. It is their choice that they have made, and they have to face the consequence of whatever choice they have made. There is nothing that is confusing. Even the Zoo media knows who is second in command. Go and check in one of their news. They said that a lady has taken over. They gave the news by themselves. They know who is the next. So all these competitions is unnecessary. And that is why I love the way the Deputy Prime Minister is handled. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. You don't prove anything to anybody. Your work is going to speak for you. Your work is going to speak to you. All this idea of proving that this happened and that did not happen and is unnecessary. What we are pursuing and what we are chasing is much more heavier than that. We can't afford to waste our time on all those things that doesn't really matter. We have a serious issue at hand. At this time of era of common sense and merit, we need to key into it. Key into it and get what we can get. Now we have somebody who has spoken on behalf of the people that are persecuted, and he has always done that. the very first man to challenge the Nigerian government face to face. Why are you killing the Christians among you? And he didn't stop at that. He went as far as making sure that the name of Nigeria enters into among the states that are persecuting Christians. It was Biden and his criminal Blinken that came and removed it without any proper investigation. Removed it. And I strongly believe that among these executive orders, as time goes on, before the weeks run down, Nigeria is going to find themselves back to where they are coming from. They are going to fall back into that very pit where they brought them out from. My beloved brother, Apostle Stephen, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you, Apostle Stephen.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Good morning to everybody in the house. I am so happy. I just started with laughter because because this that will not be that will not be made of anybody. That will not be made of anybody. You know, yesterday, in fact, I thank God the way he normally play his game. The card of God, nobody play the card with God and win. It will just allow you to be doing that nonsense. And when you will knock one, it will be one below 7 apples. That's what he gave to Ogen Kele and his cohort. Let them come to us again and begin to gallivant around. And the Ayare, in case he have a lawyer, let him come out and begin to talk nonsense. I don't know whether the guy is a lawyer. In fact, let me say this. It is this Ogen Kelly that pushed this guy to our PM. Our PM did not do just clear investigation. Because if you have done clear investigation, we know that this guy did not carry anything. He did not have any, even charisma is not there. So if you see a lawyer that know what he's doing, when he speak, he will not be begging you. He will not. Somebody call him the chief of Photoshop. He's the one that knows a particular person you must snap with, so that you will begin to. People will be seeing you as a person that belongs, and that's what he was doing to Ezekiel. And I want to say this is in my spirit, like issue of Ambazonia matter, whatever, seeing them coming around. Is it at show is inside, and somebody is galvanizing around and others. Let me say this: it is money they gave to Ogekel that is was pushing around. That is what it is. A kind of bringing some kind of group, showing that Ambazonia is no more communicating with our deputy prime minister. That's what he's trying to do. But the persons that attended that declaration in the field knows who is who. So exactly. It's just going around getting anyone and just gathering them together, so that because they have already pumped money to him. But boy, it's not everything you eat that you swallow. Biafra has become a heavy bone that nobody chew it and swallow it. So Ogekele has entered a voicemail with his cohort. Okay, let them come out again and begin to tune Biafra, into making them, push them to begin to donate money. We will see what will happen on the weekend. We will see, because all those things, if they have gathered it, like what our sister said, if you have been that we did not see the few video where they are telling a man like Ogekele, get from here, get out, get out. You can imagine the impetus of that journalist. Get out, I am not talking to you, get out. And the guy, foolishly, Mumu, just walk corner and just, if it's not that we get it from the right channel, they will just tell us that they were interviewing him. Alive Television interviewing him. Who is alive? Alive Nigerian media, Tunumbu media, that will interview you. And what do you get there? So God brought him out to naked him on the marketplace, on the market, in the gate of the city. That's where he was naked. I'm so happy. The God of Biafra, the God of freedom, the God who knows that you must not beg enemy for you to be free. If you can rise up, he will fight with you. And the Biafra has risen, and God is on our side. No matter what they have paid, God will disgrace them one by one. I thank God for everyone. In fact, after yesterday, only whenever I watch that video, only laughter. And so, in fact, Biafra, let us laugh. It's not the time we begin to mourn, because now God is disgracing all our enemies. That's what I can say. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Can I add something to this?
Go on.
Mazi Chicks and my Namoche that in the Moche that is here. The only thing I will say here is this, like the Igbo people say it in their adage. They said, a person who the gods wants to kill, they will first of all make him mad. They will first of all make him mad. I swear to that is see, that person will not hear advice.
I know here.
That person will not listen to other voices. That madness will make him believe that everything that I am doing is right. My brothers and sisters, for me, even if I was following him, even if I was following Ogengwere, and this thing happened yesterday, I will pull out immediately, because he doesn't possess that quality of a leader. He does not. You were there before the journalists came to address you people. You mentioned your name. I'm Ogenkere. Ogenkere. The actor, I'm a Biafran. He said the way your name sound, you are a Nigerian. No, I'm a Biafran. Okay. He continued. I'm the acting prime minister of the Biafran people. They pushed him away. They went to Ambazonia. Ambazonia was given more time to speak. More time. Even who is sure that the invitation that they gave to them was not fabricated by the same Elias?
That is the point. That is the point.
Sure?
It's not true.
How will you? They invited you. When I confronted some of them, they said, oh, like Eunice BP or whatever they call him. It's unfortunate that that lady answered my mother's name. My old mother's name. Eunice. In England, they call him Eunice. They call him Eunice. Eunice. You see, Eunice. It was a kind of the decision was not in session that time. How do you mean? How do you mean? How many of the dignitaries, invitees you saw at that place under that heavy snow? Even the natives Americans, the Americans themselves, how many of, because of that cold and all unforeseen, look, it was unforeseen. The Americans can stand under that snow, but something, it is an intelligent information that made them to do it inside.
Yes.
But they have been doing it outside before. How do you want to tell me that I have survived 2 assassination attempts and you want me to come and stand in the open again? No, I will not do that. I will do it indoors. And immediately they did it indoors. The people can stand under that snow. What were you doing under the snow? An invitee, a guest of the White House. What are you doing? It be that time for me. My own opinion. That was the time I withdraw from supporting this man. But when you look at them, as if they have been hypnotized, they've been brainwashed already. Yes, I know. They have been hypnotized into believing that this man is a person that has the quality, the leadership quality to lead them. That is the hypnotization that I have seen in them. I thank you so much, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Just as I said, all these people, they are just wasting their time, spending their energy on things that do not matter. For us, genuine Biafrans, we have nothing to prove to anybody. The declaration of Biafra has been made on the 29th of November 2024, and from then onwards, the responsibility that we all have was stated out clearly by the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. He said it clearly on a video, which I have played here several times, that after that declaration, we are going to pursue recognition, and it's going to take time. We're also going to pursue the full restoration of Biafra on the ground. It will take time and resources. And that is what we are supposed to be focusing on today. But unfortunately, while we are focusing on this, some people are bringing some distractions, unnecessary competitions, trying to make themselves relevant where they are not. I can't just understand it. That is why sometimes I don't even pay attention to their video. I only see them sometimes when I try to watch some of my fellow comrades who are presenting issues. Then I come across it, or maybe when I'm strolling out on X, I will see some of those content. But I don't spend my time paying their time to them, because these people definitely, they don't know what they're doing. And how you will know people who are serious is to check their motive. That content you are creating, that thing you are bringing up, what do you intend to achieve with it? Is that what is going to give us the recognition? Is that what is going to make us to be recognized? Every one of us know this. If not that he wanted to push himself to have something to show to those who are listening to him, he wouldn't have gone to Arise to go and begin to talk to them. But because he is so desperate to have something to present to his people, to prove something. Because this Arise Television of Nigeria, we know that Arise interviewed our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and they refused to air that interview to date. They interviewed Mazi Simon Ekpa and they refused to air it. It was Mazi Simon Ekpa that by himself released that very interview. They sent their international media, they said to go and interview Mazi Simon Ekpa. They never released it. It was Mazi Simon Ekpa himself that released it. How can any same person begin to go there only to go and disgrace yourself? Only to go and make yourself look irrelevant, even when you don't have the words. You don't have the words to give. There are people that commands word. If there are people that has word and command word, they can be able to stand it and offer one or two statements before they are driven away. And the way you were being driven away and controlled just like a kid and all that, it was really, really disgraceful. And no sensible person will allow that or permit such a thing to happen in his or her presence. Everyone that is here with us, wherever you are, you must be very, very careful what you do, how you do it at every given point in time. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted. We know where we are and we know what we are doing. And you must not allow anybody to bully you or to try to misdirect you to the wrong path. My beloved sister Divine, you have to say something. Go ahead and say and speak.
Yes, there is something that my brother said. He's out now. He said that let him see how Oge Nkere will come back to do anything. See, we should be mindful of who should I call it, Satan or devil is. Just like DOS, they are not ready to repent. Because when this thing happened, he's the one. When he noticed that people have captured it from this Arise television, he now posted in his own. And what he said, he wrote as title was "They cannot stand Biafran speed." That's why he said it from. You see these people, they can never accept their fault.
They will not.
Fault yourself. He now used a kind of that there is no way that these people you code them that they will not try to defend themselves. So yes, if you are thinking that they will not come back, they will come even with that shame. They have already told their shame long time ago, so they don't have shame again. Just like DOS, anything that they do, they will find something to prove that they are wrong. Whether it is smelling, they will be covered, they will be painting it. So whether they will come out of we are not looking at they are coming out or not coming, because they will come. But what we are telling people is that if you are still with them and you cannot reason by now, then your brain has been damaged. In fact, I don't just pray that grace will revive it, because if not grace, I don't know again. A lot and enough of evidence have come to tell you that these people are not ready for Biafra. In fact, they are destroyers, and anybody participating with them, you are part of it. No excuse. There is a lot of reasons to know it by now. That's just what I wanted to ask, because my brother said let him see how he was already out. So
You can't shame
don't
the
mind them.
shameless. Now. You cannot shame the shameless. How can you shame the shameless?
Yes. Thank you. I'll be going out now. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate your contribution. Thank you so much. So, my fellow Biafrans that are watching, we must know that we have a job to do. The job that we have to do now is the opportunity has been given and the stage is set. The stage, for a long time, we have been waiting. Oh, Donald Trump to come, Donald Trump to come. We can't wait to see Donald Trump be the president of the United States. We can't wait. Finally, he is there. There is one fact that everybody must know. I think my brother Maxwell made that statement. I think on our last program, he made a statement where he said that Donald Trump is somebody who pays back for whatever somebody have done. Either my brother Maxwell or Christian that said that some time ago. So in this time that we have seen that Donald Trump is there, the ball is now on our court. The only way and ways, if you know how we can be able to call his attention, we want to begin to share views as the government of the day is listening. And one of the ways I feel we can call his attention is by doing what we have to do on the ground. One of them is the civil disobedience. Let the civil disobedience increase than it has ever been. All these things have been happening. The whole world is watching, but none of them have the boldness to speak. Donald Trump is one person that is very bold. He doesn't hide his feelings. Whatever he feels, he says it. That was why you saw one of the executive order he signed was removal of the gagging of the media by the government of the states. He removed it. Even though he's in charge of the government, he removed it. You have freedom of speech. You can speak and say your mind. And he's one of the people who says things the way it is. So we must have to increase on our civil disobedience in Biafra land. Continue to protect and defend our territory. And how are we going to do that? Through the Liberation Army. That is why on the issue of the recruitment that is ongoing, if you know there is a way you can play a role, please do not hesitate. Continue to support the Biafran government financially, because just as the Prime Minister has said, she has already mentioned it, that we are going to have every state in that 40 state, every state will have their own command. And in that command, we have the target of the number of soldiers that will be in every state. The recruitment is ongoing. Go online, go to the platform of the government on X. You are going to see the website. You're going to see the email address. Either you check our Deputy Prime Minister's platform or you check the government platform, you are going to see the email address. Send in your email address. The Secretary of Defense and his group are going to process you properly. You'll be processed. After you have been processed, you'll be sent for training. After the training, you'll be placed on salary. This is going to help us to make sure we defend our territory and hold our land. We are not committing any crime by defending our land. Self-defense is the right of every human being, and that right we must uphold. In the civil disobedience, if you have not been participating in the past, this is the time for you to participate in the civil disobedience to the highest level. We are going to do things that are going to draw the attention of Donald Trump to speak, and he will definitely speak. And as time goes on, I know that series of meetings are going to be holding. Just as the inauguration was held yesterday, every issue will not be addressed that same yesterday. There are so many other issues that will be coming up every blessed day until the end of this month, till 1 month or 2 months. Things he'll be speaking about, issues one after the other, one after the other, until when he gets to the Africa issue, we expect our matter to be on top. When he gets to Africa, we expect the issue of Biafra, the issue of the Christians in Nigeria to be on top. He is not a novice to that matter. He has been there. He has talked about it. And this time around that he has come back, the things are even worse than it was before. Because their past president, Joe Biden, destroyed every single thing, including equipping and sending ammunition to the terrorist government in Nigeria. Most of the weapons they are using against our Liberation Army are from the US. Some of those weapons that were sent, you saw it on video, made in US. All these things must be stopped and addressed. And we will continue to do what we have to do to make sure that that recognition comes. This is the time that every one of us have a responsibility. Let me tell you, nobody is going to do this for you except you do it for yourself. Do not occupy yourself, occupy your mind and your heart with those who have nothing to offer you. We have nothing to prove to anybody. This is about our collective interest to be free. In that collective interest, you have to make your contribution, put your money where your mouth is. The only legitimate government that we know today, standing genuinely for Biafra, is the United States of Biafra government under the command of the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, and under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Samaneva. That is the only government. It is not difficult to find out. Even the enemies know that Dr. NgoziOrabueze is in charge. Even those who never believe in Biafra, they know. The zoo themselves know. Why is it that you that call yourself a Biafra is the person that is being confused? How comes it is you that is supposed to know better that is getting confused? Every one of us must pay attention and continue to listen. Your governors, your lawmakers, they are not there for you. Just like my brother Greg said, when you are hearing about the security outfit that the idiot in Anambra State is forming, that called himself a professor. How many security outfits has he formed since he came to power? It is more than 3. He formed the AVG. He formed the other one, Dakodo, to intimidate people. And one other one again. Many security outfits he has formed. Has he changed the situation? Has there been security? Has they been able to stop the kidnapping in Anambra State? Instead, it's increasing. Instead, the insecurity in Anambra State is increasing. And today, he has formed another security outfit. What is their purpose? For his own political pursuit to retain power. Even when he is not doing anything, he wants to remain there. And that is what these people are known for. Even when they have nothing to offer, they want to be there. They want to be there. He's already planning how he's going to retain his seat. And he formed the security outfit. So wherever you are, the only hope and the future you have is Biafra. Whether you like it or you don't like it, it's up to you. But I bet you, the earlier you key in into what is working, the better for you. If you don't key in now, it might be too late before you wake up. I can tell you that the people who are victims today, yesterday, they were victors. Those who were victims yesterday, day before yesterday, they were victors. And some of us who are victors today, tomorrow we might be victims. You don't know who is going to be the next minute. Some of us are just waiting until when it gets to our doorstep. There are some people today, when you are talking about freedom, you are talking about the issue of Biafra and the freedom of the Biafra people. They don't care. Because after all, they have food in their table. They have their cars. They have their businesses they are running. They don't care. Some are waiting until a problem happens in their own village before they will agree that there is war going on in Biafra land. When you are telling them about the situation in Biafra land, they don't believe it. They say, no, nothing like that. They are waiting until it comes to their village. And there are people who are waiting until something happens to somebody that is close to them, their own brother, before they will not agree that there's something wrong. Why are you waiting for it to happen to you before you learn? Every wise man learns from what happened to others. You learn from what happened to others. You don't wait for it to happen to you. When the terrorists were taking over the north, the people in the southwest and the southeast and the middle belt, they thought it won't get to them. Why Mazen Nandekan was crying and telling you they are coming, they are coming, they are coming, they are coming. Even when Mazen Nandekan protested in London and asked the Nigerian government to make sure they nip this terrorism on board, every other person kept quiet. After all, it's in the north. Gradually, it trickled down, it came to Middle Belt. Middle Belt began to bleed. Middle Belt began to bleed. They say, oh, it's only Middle Belt. People didn't care. They thought it's going to end in Middle Belt. It went to the southwest. Southwest began to bleed. Because they did nothing when it was happening in other places. And they thought it would stop in the southwest. It entered into the southeast. And the southeast began to bleed. Today, the entire country called Nigeria is a war zone. Mazen Nandekan talked of Nigeria being like Somalia. I can bet you that Somalia today is better than Nigeria. Somalia today is better than Nigeria. The number of people, lives that are losing, that have been lost in Nigeria daily, cannot be compared in any way to that of Somalia. Somalia today is much more peaceful than Nigeria. The earlier you wake up from your sleep, the better. We are looking for our freedom. We are pursuing our freedom. It is for benefit of every single one of us. Nobody is going to fight this battle for you. Nobody is going to. There is no other solution. No other solution except you being free. Everything you see them, they're going to bring to you to deceive you today. They had the opportunity to do those things, they never did it. Today, you see them talking about regional government. You see them talking about restructuring. These we are being put on the table. All the way from Mazen Nandekan, we gave them a free ticket. Go and get restructuring. And that is it. Most of us saw the demand Mazen Nandekan made from these people. It wasn't hard. It wasn't hard. But instead of them going to bring those demands, what did they do? They brought Python down to take his life. And you'll be asking, what did this man do to them? Nothing. And for those of you who did not know the demand he put forward to them, I want you to hear this message from Mazen Nandekan before we continue.
And I said before I speak to them, I also give my conditions, which I know they couldn't meet. It's not possible for them to meet it. And I did it deliberately, because I didn't want to speak to them. They sent Joseph Okaro to come to me. First to my parents. My father said no. My mother said no. That where I stand is where they stand, in life or in death. And they came to prison. I was even from DSS dungeon. The promises came. The vice president, anything you want. You have a very beautiful wife, you better go and enjoy her than being in prison. Wow. Anything you want. And I said no. That what I want is a referendum to determine if you good people want to be part of the zoo or part of Nigeria, or part of Biafra. Choose one, zoo or Biafra. They said no. And Sibajo tried to make contact. When I came out, I don't know if I've told this story before actually, and Ohaneze hijacked it. I went to see Mia Wode in his house. We sat down, had lunch together, and I told him what my conditions were to lift the boycott in Anambra State, which they couldn't meet. And I said to Wodo very simply, go to Abuja and tell these people that these are what our people are asking for. I said to him, go and bring us something. Not for me, for everybody. He went there and started negotiating for a ministerial position for one of the children. I'm telling you, what I'm telling you is fact. Ask him. Somebody asked him, but you people are being called to Aso Rock because of Nnamdi Kanu. Why didn't you tell him that you're going to Aso Rock? He said it is for Igbo leaders. And once the powers that be knew that he hadn't IPOB support, they just gave them 5 million naira for transport and dismissed them. Hadn't Nyawodo remained with me, when the governors called me, I told them the same thing in front of Professor Ben Wabeze. They said, oh, but Wodo, Soludo, Ebremadi is upstairs. Do I want them to come? I said, no. Government House Enugu. The former DSS director came with his bags of money in euros, in white sacks to bribe. Ask anybody working in Government House in Enugu. I said, no, I don't want to see them. Not because I want to be the only cock crowing, no. Because of consistency. Can you last? When you're tempted, are you going to succumb? Can you sustain this very effort we're making? So they have come. And I gave them my conditions which they can never meet. Open Warri Seaport, open Iguacha Seaport, open Calabar Seaport. Make Enugu an international airport where we can fly to US and come in at will. Build Iguacha Enugu Onitsha Enugu Express Road. Complete second Niger Bridge. Are these things difficult?
No.
As I'm telling you this, go and ask them in Aso Rock if your friends there. They have the piece of paper I gave to them. They ran away. Because some Igbo men were busy gossiping, saying if you allow him, when he finishes fighting Nigeria, he will come here and fight us and kill all of us. That's what they said. And you know one other thing they said? They told every Igbo billionaire around the world that nobody should give me one dime. Ask them that if you give Nnamdi Kanu money, he will go and buy weapons. That nobody should give me anything. I'm going to Gabiga, you won't believe it. That we are here by the grace of Elohim, not by any of our strength, to be honest with you. Any day we are serious, the world will know. How do you want Canada to regard the Biafra referendum or even USA? The people that the ambassador knows are the governors, or maybe Hanese. Did you people not hear that British government went to Biafra land when I was in prison? Oh my goodness. The British High Commissioner was touring everywhere. When they wanted to kill me, went to Obi of Onitsha and asked him, what do we do to Nnamdi Kanu? That one said you can kill him if you want. They went to Atusia. Atusia told them you can never touch him. If you touch him, this person will burn. How many times has the US government been to Enugu? They go to Ohaneze. I saw, I don't want to say it. They went to Ohaneze and the governor, they asked them, what do you want? Oh, leave those rascals, leave them. Miscreants. We want restructuring. What they're asking for is untenable. But the same man said if there is no restructuring, they'll join IPOB to do Biafra, isn't it? Did he complete what he said? No. Is he doing what he said he's going to do? No. And you want me to work with these people? It's not going to work. I say, and I'm attached to come know him. Everything I do, I say it in the open. Not gossip. And those that spoke to Uche, I am going to Chicago to broadcast live to the whole world and tell them they're in trouble. I've told them Nanyanya, every dime they contributed to IPOB will be announced for the world to hear. Tell them there'll be no hiding place for gossipers, in as much as I'm concerned, because I know what I've committed to this very movement. Not that I'll become Biafra president, no, so that I can take Nemeka and Nnabikem back to the land of his ancestors, to that same land that Chukwu Kabiyama said, you people must be here. And then my Mariano, I'm fighting for Biafra that we may be free. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to that very message of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Sometimes it's good we bring this information back to take us back where we are coming from, so that you will know that every single thing you are seeing today does not just start today. The sabotage you are seeing today has been from the beginning. There are people who have sworn to continue to sabotage the Biafran restoration. There have always been people who are monetizing the freedom of their people. They have always been there. All we got to do is when we see them, we cut them off and we focus on the real thing. And these people are very easy to identify. Only people who are covered up with envy, jealousy, greed, that cannot be able to identify this way. If your heart is pure, and you know why you are asking for freedom, you won't be confused. But if you are just talking about Biafra because your friend is talking about Biafra, or because a man from your town is talking about Biafra, or because your brother, your sister is talking about Biafra, you will easily be carried away. When they come and begin to play all these their games, you fall into it. But if you are pursuing the freedom as something that concerns you, it is your personal business as a human being that you have the right to live. You have the right to your freedom. Nobody is going to come and throw tantrums and lies before you and you fall into it. You will not. You will not fall into those lies. But the reason most of us are falling into those distractions is because we don't know why we are asking for our freedom. Last time I played a video of a child of 10 years during the Civil War that knows why Biafrans are fighting. A child of 10 years was asked by the British journalist, asked the child and said, do you know why you are fighting? And the child said yes, that Biafrans are fighting for survival. A child of 10 years. If a child of 10 years in 1967 knows that Biafrans have to fight for survival, how much more you in this new age, in 21st century? Why wouldn't you know why the Biafrans are fighting? Why wouldn't you know why we are asking for freedom? Why would you allow yourself to be distracted by propaganda and blackmail? Chukwu Abiyama is going to strengthen us and give us the strength to continue to overcome. One of the reasons why I do not spend my time on these idiotic people and their videos and whatever is because it is waste of time and resources. We have better things to do. And the whole world is watching. From that very date, 29th of November, that Biafra was declared, our platform ceased to become what it is before. They are watching to see what is different. What are you doing different from what you are doing before? They are watching to see what you have to offer. Are you still on propaganda and blackmail and irrelevant topics that doesn't have anything to add to human life? But in most cases, that is what you see in many platforms today. They are still busy. Busy antagonizing their own brothers and sisters. Busy trying to run down what another person is doing. You don't have any project by yourself. You don't have your own project, but the project someone has, you are running it down. It is sad. But we can never give up because our freedom has come and we are going to take it by force. My beloved brother Mas, go ahead and talk to Biafrans and encourage them once again before we leave.
Thank you so much, Mazugo, and glory be to God for how long He has brought us to this discourse this morning. You know, we have from 29th December 2024 was the day the declaration was made, was the day the sovereignty of the Biafran people were declared openly to the world. And the only thing that we have to do now is that we have to intensify our efforts in terms when it comes to diplomacy. We have to visit countries that we know that can assist. See, we cannot sit down in the house, fold our arms, and believe that others will come and help us. Nobody's coming to help us, just like you rightly said. The freedom of Biafra lies in the hands of the Biafran people. It's quite unfortunate that we have people who are typical Biafrans that are still, you know, dancing just like an inflated leather on the surface of the waters. That is inflated leather, that is football. They have no direction. The only thing they do, just like Mazen Namdekanu said here in that video that you played a while ago, be of your nation. Kill him. Kill him. Because it is not them that are doing it. If it was from their own family, or they will say, yes, we're entitled to do such thing. But as long as it is not from their own family, then you deserve to be killed. This is exactly what is happening, even the ones that we have today. But I call them distractions. Even when he said they should buy Mazen Namdekanu, is Mazen Namdekanu not living today? Is Mazen Namdekanu not dragging the bottom of the Nigerian terrorist system on the floor? He is dragging them left, right, and center. And this is the lesson that we have to learn from that great son of Biafra land. He has never given up and will never give up. We must do same. We have a leadership now in the name of Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, COS, DPM, Deputy Prime Minister. I believe that she is surrounded by people, technocrats, people that can reason, people that can think, people that can move beyond time and beyond even our own thoughts. That is the reason why we ask them to lead us. And we must not leave the job for them alone. We must also support them in our little contributions. Please, whatever that you know that is not, you need clarification on, please call on any of the ministers of the United States of Biafra and clarify those informations. So you will be abreast with what is going on. So the diplomatic department of the United States of Biafra now is where the battle is going to lie. We have exposed already where we will go to, and these are the places we need to go to. And as they are doing it over there also as a government, United States of Biafra, individuals, you know you are congressmen and women, you know you are representatives, you know all of them. These are the people that you need to meet. Go to them. They are not like the zoo. In fact, for me to have access to my MP here, it's like going to buy pure water. For me, as a Ghanaian, to have access to my MP, it's like going to buy pure water. Not like Nigeria, the zoo, where you will put application, they will not even mind you. They will mind you because you didn't vote them. They were there by selection and how big their packet, is. So all of you, most of you that are in the US, please, US, the reason why everybody is talking about US is the only country in the world that can veto and nothing will happen. I'm telling you people, United States of America is the only country in the world that once they say no, nothing happens. That is where, like you said, I don't expect Trump to give us Biafra. No, our actions will determine whether we are going to get Biafra or not. Our inactions will determine whether we are not going to get it. But I would like every one of you, especially those of you in the United States, you are the bedrock of this Biafra restoration. You are the freedom of the Biafran people is in your hands, because that is where the decision that affects the entire planet, even the space, takes place. Support the COS, that great daughter of Biafra land. Support her, give her every support that she needs in order to pull this ship. She is a woman of caliber. She can do it. She has the acumen. She has the IQ. She has the wisdom to move this. The only thing we need to do for her is to support her. So Biafrans, I tell you, do not look at, they will never attack you the way they have attacked me. The pro-Nigerians are attacking me. Our own people right now are attacking me. So I am like a dog now that is carrying, excreta in both ears. The people that I was chasing the demons in the night with them are today coming out to tell me, oh, you are smelling like the demon. The people that I'm even fighting, the way I said before, I'm fighting them now just to make sure that my mother's ancestral land is free. Those are also fighting me. I will never, I have thick skin. No matter your insult, it will never penetrate into my skin. I will continue to do what I know how to do best. And if need be that my expertise, the little one that I have, will be needed, I will be gladly and openly accept it in order to make sure that I contribute to the liberation of my mother's ancestral land, so that these invaders will not have a space in my mother's ancestral land to, to continue to do their evil. So my people, I think this is where I have to end it. It's about 12. I have to go now and attend other, other assignments. My Mazuchooks, please forgive me. Tomorrow is there by the grace of God. I will also be with you, but earlier than today. May Chukwu Kikabiyama continue to bless you. Bless my emotions in the comment section. Those of you that are typing, but we are not seeing the super chat. If you love what is going on here, please show appreciation. It is a good thing. So that is how that will increase, the zeal for us to do what we are doing. It is going to go deep into the support of our own cause as well. Thank you so much, and may God bless Mazen Nambekano, bless Prime Minister, and touch the heart of the Finnish people to make them understand that what the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa is fighting is the same thing they fought decades ago. Thank you, and may God bless you. I remain, you are Okene from the little beautiful city of Bologatanga in the Upper East region of Ghana.
Yes. Thank you so much, my beloved brother Max. I appreciate you. Thank you for that amazing speech. You have done a lot, and we appreciate you greatly. My brother Greg, are you there? Give us your closing remark as we are rounding up. My brother Greg, go ahead and speak to us.
Yes, thank you so much for today. We thank God as well. We thank our brother Maxwell. The people that is abusing him, those people, I don't think those people are Igbo people, because you can never abuse Igbo people cannot abuse that person.
No.
And as long as mad, as an Igbo person, you cannot abuse him. You cannot insult him. And I saw you're supposed to give the mama the respect. That is Adibo Kao.
Yes.
So I thank God, my brother, and there is no much to say. Only that people have to, I think people have to rethink their way forward, because he cannot go and bring a foreigner to make a foreigner will come and tell your people to accept you. That means you are not accepted.
Yes.
Because if you are calling a white person to come and show to make your people to accept you, then you have to rethink. And because Igbo people is not people you have to bring somebody to tell them that this is their brother, let them follow him. They will know whom their brother is and they will follow him.
Yes.
So you don't need a foreigner to come and introduce you to us, to make us, to convince us. It's not possible. Then you must know that you have tested your popularity and your popularity didn't work. So why not submit yourself to the government of Prime Minister and his deputy. So that is my message to them, and encouraging our people to continue. Now is the when we're supposed to put everything more on fire, so that there will be a witness that will make Trump to say, yes, the people are serious, and there is evidences of their injustice and a lot of maltreatment in their land. So, but if we just continue looking for who is popularity, I am popularity, let the lobby come and tell people that to accept me, that we are working together, then it makes no sense. Because when you make use a voice note to say that this person is a lawyer from a prime minister, when the prime minister with a lawyer called you with the person he wants to represent him, to assist him when he is not there, and the same lawyer. So if prime minister cannot be a fool, and we are not fool, if there will be any change, the same way he introduced you to the lady Dr. NgoziOrabueze, that she will be the person that will be representing him in your present. So if there is any change, he will do the same thing and call a meeting again. Say, Dr. NgoziOrabueze, you have misused what I have given to you. Now I don't want you again. Let the man, because I don't want to always call his name, let him take position. Let me see what he can do. Not by voice note. We are not fools. If there is anything that the lady have done, or if the prime minister have heard any gossip, he will say, okay, he will reach the woman himself. Why have you done this? Why have you done this? Then he will be from the other side before he can make a decision. Not to send us a voice note that the prime minister say, stop this, follow so person. That is, for me, that is childish. That's why we say we have to think. You know, we always know when things are not right and when things are right. So thank you, my brother, and continue in your good work. God bless you. Let me continue my work.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Greg. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this very platform today. I appreciate my beloved sister, Blessed Chinyere. I can see you there on Facebook. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. And I appreciate everyone that have been with us on this platform from the beginning of this program to the end. We are going to come back again tomorrow, same time, to continue to propagate this gospel. Be focused at all time. Do not get distracted. No matter the propaganda, the blackmail that is coming right, left, and center, do not be discouraged. Always know that Biafra is here already. All we are doing today is to make sure that the world recognizes us, and again, to make sure that the restoration happens fully on the ground. There is nothing else we can do, and there is nothing else anyone can do to stop us. I appreciate every one of you that have joined us today. We are going to be back again tomorrow. Today I have some other issues to handle. That's why I cannot spend longer than this time. I thank everyone that have contributed in one way or the other. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you. Thank you so much for being part of this program. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu. Stay safe wherever you are, and always remember, the United States of Biafra is the way to go. Thank you and stay blessed.
Asịkwara Chineke na enweghị ihe ọ ga-eme maka ọ ga-eme gị nwụọ n'ike. Hope asịkwana na ọ dịghị ihe Chineke ga-eme. Ọ ga-emekwa ya ịfụnanya. Isi eluigwe na enwere ihe ọ ga-eme maka Biafra, ọ ga-eme ya ịfụ ya n'anya. Ịghọtago? Etu a ka ọ dị. Ịghọtago? Ọnwụọ pie. Ọgwụgwọ ọtụtụ anwụgo.